Hello, beautiful, amazing souls. Welcome to the charcoal smudging, burning demonstration. All eyes, all cameras are on the products that's necessary to do a smudge safely and beneficially. All right, so this is how I do things. If you are an already smudger of charcoal burning and you've got a routine, you most definitely can stay that way. You may get a little hints or new ways to try and give it a go. It's up to you. Those that are brand new to smudging, I'm here to allow you to explore and try new things and new ways. It's not about just lighting up a Palo stick or a smudge stick of California sage or anything of that matter. It's the purposes for why we smudge in the first place. So first off, before we get started, the first thing we want to do is open our space up. Open windows or doors or both, the whole house, cupboards, drawers, whatever you want to cleanse and clear. Full moon is a perfect time to do a massive cleanse, which is walking through your house, smudging, or you can do a smudge for intentions and many other reasons. Okay, so windows open, spaces open, so old energy can fly out while you bring in a clear, cleansed, and powerful state of space and energy. All right, so first we're going to do is light the candle. While we wait for that to burn, we can get started in getting things ready. All right, so I have two bowls here. First one here I use is when I'm doing intentions. It's just a little bowl. You can use heaps of other things. I've got like 4, I think, bowls in different places of the house for certain areas of my home. And then I've got this one here, which really is, I like to call the walkthrough smudge, so I can safely, slowly walk this through the house, smudging the areas that I would like to smudge. Now, I never ever put the charcoal by itself in the bowls. I always use rock salt. It is easy to dissolve either in the garden or down in the bin, the garbage. It's all, because you can put this in your food waste or your green waste because it is dissolvable. So first off, what we want to do is really get some of that salt, and I'm going to just make it easier by doing this. All right, fill it up so you know the charcoal's not going to touch the direct sides. Same with this bit here. So it's nicely covered. It won't leave any burning residue. You can clean them, ready to use, brand new again. It is also important to get yourself some ice tongs. All right, everything is available on my website, by the way, for you to be able to smudge. So ice tongs, it doesn't matter the size. I go straight for the ice tongs because they're very small, easy to handle with charcoal discs. So that's what I usually use. So just unraveling, it's easy to hold with the charcoal with the tongs. All right, just close up, just small tongs. They're ice tongs. All right, so now I've been smudging now for 4 years roughly, and I have been using the same charcoal discs, which are these ones here in the gold wrap. it is come to my awareness that which will be in stock or are in stock. I'm trying to get rid of old stock first, but these ones here are the best charcoal discs I've ever had, ever. These are just way more easier, sufficient, last longer. And when I say last longer, I've only burnt one of these and it lit quick and it lasted well and truly over 2.5 hours. So these ones not so much, being smaller, and they're a little bit more time consuming to get started and really allow it to get it burning first before we actually put anything on there. So I'm going to demonstrate both of them today because I do sell both, but at the end of the day, they both work sufficiently. This one here is more like an intentional burn, so you can have that small burn for certain intentions. This one here can be really, really helpful for when you're clearing a larger space. Alright, so the first one, I just want to show you the difference in the size to start off with. So very, very different in size. Very different in size completely. Roundness, thickness, completely different. So first of all, we're going to do the smaller disc here. And I'm going to use it, put it in the smaller bowl here. So we're going to really make a really good grip with that. And we're going to slowly just hold it and go round in slow motion in the flame above the charcoal. You do not have to smother it. Yes, I have many times put my candle out, many times had to relight it. I've also had charcoal discs that do not burn. Unfortunately, some charcoal discs do not work. It is one rare one out of many. So just allowing you to be in awareness. Look, I just done it there. Allow yourself to become aware that some charcoals will not work, will not burn, and that is okay. They can be used for many other things. They don't have to be used for just smudging. I make witch black salt, which is good for protection, with charcoal discs that don't work. You can crush up the charcoal disc. You can mix in rock salt. You can mix in eggshells and beautiful other things to create your beautiful witch salt, which is fabulous for protection. Alright, so slowly just lighting it up. See, this one takes just a little bit more energy just to get going. You'll see the sparks and you will see smoke starting to burn. Give it that occasional flip over. I do not see any action just yet, and when I mean action, you will see a little bit of ash color coming through, or it may be very red and hot. So please do not ever touch your charcoal disc. It is very cautious to be aware how hot this charcoal disc can become. We don't want anyone burning themselves. Alright, so just sitting there waiting for that to burn. Now I have many things I have, some things, sorry, not many things. I have some things I do have in stock when it comes to smudging. There is more on the website. It's starting to make little like firework patterns through the charcoal, so that's telling me it's activating. Now it doesn't really matter what you put on. I like to use my intuition most of the time, listening to the body. As you know, we can look at the magical purposes of each of the herbs, resins, flowers, roots, you name it, whatever the case is. We can look at the magical purposes, but you can also look at the medical, the holistic, which is the body, mind, soul, soul, mind, body, of all benefits of just one thing. And I like to personally, look, now it's going right off. See the ash? I'll put these tongs down for a sec. Bring that forward. So you can see it's starting to light there. It looks like ash. And now, while I sit there and wait for that to start burning more around the charcoal burn disc, we're going to get the big one. So again, this is a really big chunky one. And all I will need to do with this one is put it straight under the thing, and it'll just go poof and activate. My girlfriend and I were really like blown away about how fast this massive charcoal disc activated, and we literally smoked out my house and the whole neighborhood with this. So know that it is one powerful charcoal. All right, see, watch this. Now it's going to tell lies. Now it's going to make me tell lies. Boom. There it goes. See that? Boom. Just relight that candle. And I'm going to put that aside over here because we don't really need that. But you will see that has fully activated just in like 30 seconds. It is done. Ready to go. Ready to go. All right, so nice and safely on the salt. Do not touch. Do not touch. So again, 2 different sizes, depending on your purpose and intention to use. All right. This is already red hot. You can already see it. It is blazing already. And it lasts for 2.5 hours. This one here, a little bit longer, smaller space, and more intentional for smaller smudgings. All right, so with the sets that I've got here, we can do this in many ways. You can purposely go like I have with the chakras here, chakra smudges, and this one here being an astro traveling smudge that you would use if you were doing some kind of meditation, or you want to smudge before bed to activate your soul spirit travels. Okay, this one here has protection and connection. All right, with this smudge, these ones here are directly one each for the chakra, so you can aim to cleanse, clear, balance, center, recalibrate, whatever the case is on a chakra that you feel your body is calling for attention for, or for setting certain body listening and doing action. Okay, so if you've got a blocked sacral or solar, throat, heart at the present moment, you can really allow yourself that sacred space to pour love into where it's needed, and meet your emotional, mental, physical and spiritual needs within yourself. through meditation or as simply as setting intentions and really shifting that energy. Now these sets that I've got on the side here, I've got the smaller sets which are intentional. So I do have the resin set, the moon mixes for all the moon phases. I have a herb set. I have the intentional ritual sets. So each little one is all different intentions already mixed and set in intentions for you. And then we have the beautiful spiritual mixes. So you can really bring in those set intentions with those ones as well. Now I also have a massive set. Also, this is a massive starter pack that I have, and just letting you know, you can always message me and say, I've run out of this, I absolutely love it, may I have a top up? And I can most definitely supply you with that if I have it in stock. I can also most definitely give you more than just that little. I can give you a bigger amount if it is one of those smudges or roots, resins, flowers, so on, if you like to use them more than the rest. All right, so now what I usually do is like to sit within myself and allow my intuition to guide me. I have got that many herbs and resins and flowers and roses and stuff that it is really tricky to really make that memory bank very, very clear. Yes, we can know the simple, like what sage does and what palo does and what frankincense does and mugwort and, you know, the things we are very familiar with. But some of the other herbs and mixes and stuff, we get a little confused and we don't actually get to use them. So I suggest on how I approach things is to just trust my intuition on where I'm guided. Use those smudges, write down which ones you actually used, and then please do your research on those herbs that you do either before or after. I prefer to do it as I'm adding them to the charcoal, as the more aware that we are about what that specific herb, resin, etc. does, the more intent we can direct energy in our sacred space. The more awareness we know, the more clearer benefits and connection we have. It is a sign of honorable gratitude in knowing and getting to know what you are bringing into your space. And I love how that works, because when I trust my intuition and burn and then do my research, things become the ahas and epiphanies and the yes, and then you can build the rapport of your intuition, that beautiful trust in what your intuition. It's just another way for us to build trust with ourselves, with where we're guided to on our path and soul journey, okay? I love doing that approach. It has proven to me many, many times that my intuition is spot the fuck on every time. So these ones here I've already got open. I'm hearing number 3, which is full of resins. So I will open, and then I've closed my eyes right now, and I feel this one, and this one. I'm just going to get 3 out for now. All right, so the first one we've got here is crystal purification, which is really cool because I already know right now that I just did the monthly collective reading for October, and I used 5 specific crystals for that reading. So to cleanse and clear those crystals, I can most definitely use this crystal purification. So again, just showing me my intuition, how it works together. The next one that I pulled out is frankincense. Frankincense is the kings of all kings when it comes to oil and resin. Frankincense not only clears, balances, protects, it's like you look at the king. The king is responsible and takes responsibility for everything. I like to look at frankincense as like the clear quartz, so it intensifies other herbs and resins that I use in the mix, because frank is a very strong smell in oil and resin, so it is one of those things that most definitely can be blended, the same with the clear quartz, with others without clashing. And the next one I got out is benzoin. Benzoin. Beautiful benzoin is very, very, very strong. So I'm glad that having these 3 together will be most definitely beneficial. Benzoid is one of them ones too. I have used it many, many, many times, but I will consistently keep forgetting what that is for, because that allows me to really do research to see what I'm connecting to in the present moment. All right, so this one here, being a very strong smell, is great to mix with what is it, myrrh and frankincense. It's called the Vulcan mix. And that blends very well with that smudge mix. All right, so with benzoin, it promotes emotional balance. It improves emotional balance and elevates grief, anxiety, rage, anger. It also helps with the digestive health. It can enhance circulation and improve energy. It may avoid infections. It enhances respiratory health. It removes bad odor. It aids urine infections. And it is great for skincare also. It is major overload when it comes to the holistics. So I'm going to be the crystal purification. I'm just gonna I always have little spoons. I've got like collect, you know them collectible spoons? Well, I've got a collection of collectible spoons. They're little, they're perfect, they're amazing. So we only want a little bit, less is more. The smell goes crazy. So I would, with my crystals, so here are the 5 that I used for the reading, and I would hold the crystal over the smoke. Thank you for the support, the guidance, the love, and everything else that you have opened yourself to me, connected with me, and brought to my awareness. And I would go through each crystal like this, allow the space so the crystal then can cleanse, clear, balance, and you know, it's like we like to fill our cup where we need to empty the cup sometimes, really, and we're emptying the cup because that cup's got not just beautiful flowing energy, but it's been added with other energies as well. So we want to have that clean slate. Again, I would do all crystals. Some crystals do not need cleansing, like selenite. Please don't wet selenite, it will disintegrate. Like other crystals, it's not the only one, but please be careful about how you use your crystals when cleansing and clearing. Some like to be in the sun, some don't, which is like the amethyst. Don't put that in the sun, it will lose its color if in the sunlight for too long. And I just thank you, love and light. Thank you, love and light. Cleanse all crystals. So that's quite cool. All right, so while that's burning, we're gonna chuck some frank. This is burning quite well now. Really get going. I could have put something on it ages ago, but I was chatting. All right, so I'm just gonna chuck a few little pieces of frank on there. And then with the benzoid, because these two work really well together. And as I'm doing it, I will set my intentions to cleanse, clear, balance, and recalibrate the energy of my space and myself, aura, and physical, emotional, mentally, cleansing, clearing, and balancing, bringing calmness, bringing that, what's that word, Spirit Alice, sanctuary, solitude, and bringing it back to center. All right, so beautiful. Just allow yourself to sit in this energy and breathe. You can use visualization when clearing a space and filling it up with white light. See how we've got white smoke? It's like filling up the space, not with smoke of white light. There's white light and we're pushing it outwards. Got the house cleansing one here. So we're done the crystal purification. Now that that one has stopped burning, I'm just going to put a little bit of the house cleansing mix in there. As I said, you don't need much. Little is better. It goes a long way. It burns enough. You do not need to smoke your whole house out where your alarms are going off. I've got an open space. Windows are open. Doors are open. It's spreading that beautiful love and light of smoke out. Back in the day, before we started drinking tea, back eons ago, a lot of healers and shamans and medicine men and women, a lot of people back in the years ago used to actually burn before we used to ingest the herbs. So seeing what it would bring through, which allows us to have the wisdom and knowledge of the herbs that have been studied for many, many years. Now, you can look up each mix that I have already created with the information. It will tell you exactly what's in that mix. And in that mix, you can put your own pieces of the puzzle together so you can bring the multitude of herbs and resins together to bring your own intentions of that mix. Next time you may have a different intention. So you'll have a different level of purpose, so to speak. It's like when we look up an angel number or an animal totem. I find that because I have a lot of things getting absorbed daily in my teachings and with my learning, it's like getting stored in a memory bank of that one connection, and I can go back to the same page of my research and find that something is triggering me in a different way. It is directing me in a different way. It is guiding me in a different way. It is drawing my attention to be in awareness of in a new direction. So you may think that you know all about one or two or many certain things, but each time we open ourselves up to learn and connect more, it's on a deeper level, an inner, more deeper connection, understanding, and we get more knowledge and wisdom. So that is my demonstration and knowledge and wisdom when it comes to charcoal discs, being safe and using smudges and herbs in a smudging charcoal way. Please use safety, you guys. It's always best to use safety first. Keep it away from children, keep it away from adults, keep it away from things that can potentially start some chaos when it comes to the fire element. Please, I beg of you. All right, you guys, stay beautiful, stay amazing. Thank you for listening. Those that have gotten to the end of the video right now, I hope you decide to explore new areas of ways that you can balance, center, manifest, and create a sacred, beautiful space of your own soul journey, and how you use the elements of earth to create a team within yourself. Thank you very much, you guys. I am Tash from Beyond Your Truth. Check out the website www.beyondyourtruth.com.